Australia has long been one of the most popular destinations on the planet. Millions head here every year to gawp at nature, admire the cities, and try not to be killed by the quite incredible range of wild beasts in this place. Australia is a tourist's dream, with stunning beach towns nestled up to rugged national parks, wild green islands, culture-heavy cities, and more charm than most places can even dream up. 1. Melbourne. All the stereotypes about Melbourne are true. Everyone wears black, everyone is coffee-obsessed, and there are far too many rooftop bars for a city with such temperamental weather. But the best thing about Melbourne is that it's full of secrets to discover. Whether it's a hidden laneway bar, a 10-story shopping adventure, or an underground theater space, most things worth visiting are within easy reach. 2. Uluru. The landscapes are simply spectacular in Australia's red centre, especially when you're marveling at the great sandstone monolith that is Uluru. You can fly directly there from Sydney, Darwin, or Cairns, with the airport located only a few kilometers north of Uluru itself. When you get a glimpse of it IRL, it's easy to understand how Uluru became such an important symbol of local indigenous culture and Australian culture as a whole. The local Anang people will share stories of its spiritual significance, and you'll soon understand why climbing Uluru, which was finally prohibited in 2019, is a huge no-no. Walking around the base and admiring it from afar as you observe the different colors it turns as the sunlight hits it is still a humbling experience. 3. Tasmania. It's easy to understand the allure of Australia's southernmost state. For one thing, 40% of Tasmania is preserved as national parks and World Heritage Wilderness. Drive 20 minutes outside the state's major cities, Hobart and Launceston, and you can walk in the bush, bike down a spectacular mountain trail, or lounge on the beach. But Tasmania isn't just for nature fans. There's extraordinary food, gin and whiskey distilleries, wildlife sanctuaries where you'll meet endangered Tasmanian devils, cool climate wineries, fabulous festivals, and a world-class art museum in the Museum of Old and New Art, which is one of the best things to do in the world right now. 4. Kakadu. A certified UNESCO World Heritage Site, Kakadu National Park is certainly one of Australia's most incredible national parks. The fringe of the park is about a 2-hour drive from Darwin, where it sits on the traditional lands of the Bininj or Mungai people. Pro tip, Kakadu is best explored at your own pace by car. It's actually Australia's largest national park. It covers more than 20,000 square kilometers, so you'll need some time to discover it all properly. Take a peek at the 200-meter Jim Jim Falls waterfall. Go for a swim at Gunlum, the crystal-clear infinity rock pool made famous in Crocodile Dundee. Hike your way through the 30-odd walking trails that sweep across Kakadu, or take your Fort WD out for a spin towards the crown of the park, Jerring Barmy, also known as the stunning Kulpin Gorge. 5. Sapphire Coast. Located nearly 500 kilometers from central Sydney on New South Wales' southeastern border, this quiet corner of the state on the edge of Green Cape is something of a hidden gem, off the radar of mass tourism. In part, this is because it's not the easiest place to reach. Only the Minute Regional Airport at Merimbula offers a faster alternative to driving here. However, if you're willing to go those extra miles, unspoiled nature is your reward along this ruggedly beautiful stretch of sea from Bermagui to Disaster Bay, a place of otherworldly crimson cliffs, dramatic waves, and vibrant, shifting landscapes. The vistas here, notable for their rust-red Devonian rock, are a proverbial feast for the eyes, but there's plenty of actual feasting to be done here too. Expect succulent seafood caught off the docks at Eden, cheeses galore from Bega and Tilda's famous dairies, beef and lamb reared on the grassy slopes near Pambula, and of course the region's most popular export, succulent Sydney rock oysters reared in some of the most fertile estuaries anywhere in the country. 6. Sydney. Everyone knows Sydney packs a punch when it comes to spectacular views and thrilling activities. She's a rather pretty city too, with architecturally beautiful buildings, including two of the most iconic structures in the world, the Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge, and sparkling harbors interrupted only by island sanctuaries. If you're coming for the beautiful beaches, we recommend sticking around for the restaurants, the culture, and the good vibes, but also the beaches. Sydney is all that and more, especially if you like getting a little active in your free time. 7. Kangaroo Island. It's Australia's third largest island, but not many people have made the ferry trip over from the mainland to windswept Kangaroo Island. As far as nature triple threats go, it's hard to beat this place. There are sugar white beaches to explore, plenty of native wildlife to find, and even a national park right at your doorstep. The remarkable rocks, which sit high about the sea in Flinders Chase National Park, live up to their name. This cluster of eroded, orange-tinged granite boulders have been chilling here for over 500 million years. 8. Far North Queensland. Up north, the weather is fine. You're surrounded by UNESCO World Heritage icons, and tropical weather means tropical produce. Use Cairns as your base to explore far north Queensland, which is situated right next to the Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef. Whether you're a hardcore scuba diver, novice snorkeler, or want to see the GBR via a fancy glass-bottomed boat, there are multiple ways to explore it. Don't miss a trip to the Daintree Rainforest either. This verdant paradise features movie-cool waterfalls, clear blue lakes, sunlight shimmering through the trees. 9. Whitsundays. Think you'd have to go to the Maldives for a slice of paradise? Australia's got its very own paradise ready and waiting in the Whitsundays. This collection of 74 islands is located right next to the northeast coast of Queensland and the Great Barrier Reef. Most of the islands are uninhabited, and you've probably seen secluded, long white stretches of beach and gorgeous landmarks like Heart Reef on your Instagram feed. If that's not enough to entice you to pay a visit, the average daily temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. Enough said. 10. Great Ocean Road. Justifiably one of Victoria's most popular tourist destinations, the Great Ocean Road snakes all along the southwest coast of the state, starting in Torquay, 1.5 hours from Melbourne, and finishing just before Warrnambool. This winding stretch of road is about a 4-hour drive without stops, but heed our warning, you'll definitely want to stop. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below.